Oh, funny, Adam Michael Carr. Funny. Okay, had a dream a little while ago that a guy was throwing rocks at me. He's throwing rocks at me. I was like, hey, man, quit it. And then I woke up and then looked to the internet and the queen had died.
I am so mad and upset at myself for... We ever gonna go bowling?
No bowling, so don't grab. Oh, autism.
Okay, guys, I did this the other day and no audio. I found out the audio unless they cut it off. Oh, I'm doing it again.
I'm doing it again. They tried to stop me, but I'm doing it again. Skepta, yeah, I'm doing it again. Boy, better know I'm doing it again.
See, I was in the hospital past couple weeks, and I had two. Well, I was like sitting there. Hey, how's it going, everybody? I was like, oh, and like my eyes went kind of. They were like, it's like strobe lights, or like dance. Ooh, stand. I'm like, oh yeah, this is what they're talking about. So, and then I go to my room, and basically it was in convulsions, and it was really scary. Anyway, so I got glasses now. Okay, so many of you guys know about Valentine, the movie with David Boreanaz, who played Angel in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Adam Carr in Valentine the movie. I found out about Valentine. Oh shit. Valentine the movie in college. 5214 EBAD 214. Can you see that? I got this wristband in the hospital. Anyways, but like they write the last four digits down so you can see the last four digits. So if you want to talk to, if someone wants to talk to you, that you give them the last four digits of, and they write it down so you can see what the last four digits in the hospital, so you can tell people they can call you and have a code. All right, anyways, what were we talking about? Valentine the movie. The only thing I know about that movie is like David Boreanaz holding a lollipop, a heart lollipop with a turd on it. And he's like looking at the turd lollipop. He's like, ugh. And I guess he was playing Adam Carr. So, David Boreanaz, Buffy Vampire Slayer, Angel, he was playing Adam Carr. And it's called Valentine the movie. Came out on February 2nd. But I learned about it in Iowa State, Ames, Iowa. They say Ames, Iowa is the home of the very first digital computer. Ames, Iowa. Iowa State Cyclones. That's where I went to college. And I found out about Valentine the movie with David Boreanaz playing Adam Carr in college when I was like 20 years old. See, because what I did is I typed in my name in the internet, and it's like, wow, there's a movie coming out with David Boreanaz, who played Angel, and he's playing Adam Carr. And it's pretty funny. It's kind of strange that, like, when I looked on the internet in college, and it was coming right up. It said February 11th, which is exactly 9 months before I was supposedly conceived, because 2/11 is exactly 9 months before 11/11. But it didn't come out on 11/11. It came out on 2/11. It came out on 2/2, which is my brother in the military. He just got out of the military. His wife's birthday. Okay, so 11 times 11 is 121. 1.21 gigawatts. All right. Okay, this one's serious. Crosspoint in Newburgh in Deaconess Crosspoint Detox Center in Newburgh, Indiana. Let me tell you something about Florida. They got these churches called Cross Point. I now live in Florida. Not to be confused with Cross Point, Deaconess Cross Point Detox Center in Newburgh, Indiana, where I was admitted on 11/22, not the day JFK got killed, but the same day JFK got killed. So I was doing a bunch of drugs. I was doing a shit ton of drugs. And I might have woke up and saw a black lady and was scared she was Muslim. I don't know why I would be scared she was Muslim, but I do remember that black lady when I woke up. Okay, anyways, like Barack Obama said he knew 6 months before. I saw that on a thing, but they updated it to 4 months. And it's, let's see, I was watching the news on 5/1, that's January, February, March, April, May 1. On 5/1, like, and at 11, oh, there go my glasses. 11/11/19 AIGI, 1979. So I was watching the news on May 1st at night, and I find out, well, someone died. But he didn't die on May 1st, he died on May 2nd. So that was 6 months before that, I was in a hospital. We're in Newburgh, Indiana, at Cross Point Deaconess, where Mike Pence was governor. All right. Walden. Did you guys ever watch 2.5 Men with Ashton Kutcher? They used to say Ashton Kutcher was the king on that 70s show because he smiled a lot. Pretty funny. He's from Iowa. Anyway, so I write this song in Iowa, in Sioux City, Iowa, after I get raped. It's a pretty good song. I wrote it in Sioux City, Iowa, where they used to call me Walden, because I carried a Henry David Thoreau book around with the local radio station sticker on the cover of Henry David Thoreau's Walden and Other Short Stories. So they called me Walden. And I wrote the Riptide after I got raped. And it's funny because it was like I got raped. Oh man, I want to jump in the sea because my wife died at sea. I'm gonna jump in the sea so I can be with her again. Well, funny enough, Ashton Kutcher, if you look it up, yeah, he very first episode he comes in on Alan's deck. My father's name's Alan. Oh, okay. And he's like, "Why are you all wet, Alan?" He's like, "Oh, I jumped in the ocean because my girlfriend dumped me." And he's like, "Why'd you stop?" He's like, "Because it was too cold." And then he finds out he's got all this money, and then Alan's like, "Yeah, you could live with you, sure, come on in." And then at the end, so it's basically he jumps out. That's the same Riptide, the song, the Riptide. I got ripped off. They were gonna anyways. It's Ashton Kutcher. He's also from Iowa. So Riptide, Walden. I was named Walden. Wrote the Riptide before he fucking got on 2.5 Men. First episode. At the very end of the scene, they're drinking apple. One of the guys drinks an apple teeny. Oh, funny. Adam Michael Carr had a dream a little while ago that a guy was throwing rocks at me. He's throwing rocks at me. I was like, "Hey, man, quit it." And then I woke up and then looked to the internet, and the Queen had died. Okay, well, let's explain something. We are from Scotland, but we got to, well, that's what they say. We're actually, cars are from Ireland, and now the conspiracy theorists are saying Irish people are from Atlantis. What? That's what they're saying. So there's a kingdom called Car Kingdom, and there's this little helmet, and it's got 4 11 on the helmet, and then 5 rivets. My last 4 digits are my phone number, 4545. So it's 4 things on the helmet, 5 rivets, 45. Nuclear bomb was dropped in 45. So, but like what happened was England took over our kingdom. And then so we ran away to Scotland and we like worked for a guy for 7 years and then they let us come to America. God save the Queen. Because she's Muslim. Anyways, it's a damn good feeling to run these roads. It's a damn good feeling to run these roads. Okay, when I lost my license in Sioux City, Iowa, and I moved to Indiana, and I kept going to my doctor, then, can I get my license back? And he's like, I don't know, you're kind of a drunk. Well, anyway, so I finally get my driver's license back right before we moved to Florida. And then Tyler Childers comes out with White House Road. We move into a big white house. And he said, White House. And then the line is, it's a damn good feeling to run these roads. Right after I get my fucking license back. Long-legged Larry was a frog at the pond. Jumped so high, might miss him while he's gone. Jumped over anything, even Kong. Jumped over Salt Lake and the Big Apple or whatever. So, what was I saying? Old King Kong, he came along looking like an ape, acting like an ape, smelling like an ape. Hey, isn't that great? Okay, so I wrote that song when my girlfriend that dumped me went to New Zealand to be in King Kong. So that's why Long-Legged Larry. Even King Kong. Yeah, it's a good song. Adam the Archangel. Okay, this is what you gotta do. Just, okay, type in Adam, comma, the Archangel. Okay, it came out in 1983. Mark E. Peterson. He's a Mormon guy. He's anyways, fucked me straight the fuck up when I saw that. It's coming out in 1983, and then I see this Adam, the Archangel. Adam becomes Michael. God sent angels to worship Adam. Oh, great. I'm not 30. Well, if you get like in the system and you did on your medication and turn into a robot, it would seem like Adam was being worshipped by the angels. Because if you're a robot, the robot can make you put you in situations where you feel like the angels are worshiping you. Been a Problem by Yellow Wolf. All right, the Mayan calendar ended 12/21/2012. I was born November 11th, 1979. Okay, I found out about the end of the world Mayan calendar in like 2000 or 2000 something. All right, so I knew, well, because I was like, I wonder how old I'll be when the end of the Mayan calendar is. And so I counted the number of days. Yeah, I was like 33 years and 40 days. 33 years and 40 days. So what I did leading up to the end of the world was I cut my hair. See how I fucked him over? Yeah, man, I'm not stupid. Fuck you. I still got short hair. Because I'm not Jesus, fuckers. I didn't... For Han Solo's Jesus. Cryogenic chamber. Alright. Where were we? Alright, so I wrote this song called Broken Mustang. It's about Kurt Cobain and how I fucking love Kurt Cobain. Alright.
Yeah, on a beat up broken Mustang when everything was perfect. When we were all dreaming on a bus bucket seat in the corner of the garage, getting unwind.
I write this song called Broken Mustang. And it's a pretty good song. It's like in the garage on a bus bucket seat, getting loose or something. I don't remember the lyrics. But 2 weeks later, it's about Kurt Cobain, like how fucking it was awesome. The 90s were awesome. It's so fucking cool. Can it be that way again? So I say, can it be that way again? Well, Chris Cornell of the 90s dies 2 weeks later. Okay, whatever. Come on, guys. I got this song called Locked Out. All right? I turned it around. And it played a song that goes, I be what the band called, Michael, me grandish Michael, under my counter. One thing I said, I wished in blindness, Betsy and me laugh, what man water. All right, so that's how it goes backwards. I don't know, I was like locked in, locked out or something. Anyway, so I wrote that song one day. Well, Sheila was like cleaning upstairs at my parents' house. I had just gotten out of the hospital. My cat Betsy died. Betsy and me loft mouth. What man water? Well, Betsy was in my loft when she was a little kitten. And then she finally learned how to jump off the loft. I'm like, oh, my little kitten. Whatever, Betsy and me loft mouth. What man water? Because I still don't have a fucking girlfriend. But what was it like that? Oh, okay, so there's this song called Locked Out of Heaven by Bruno Mars. And it won the Grammy. And it just so happens to be the same year I wrote that. I do what the man called, alter my call, we gladness, my God. Why come one thing I said, I wish in blindness, Betsy and me off up, what man water. So you can look that up, it's called Locked Out Back. Created date and last modified date, and we can see that was actually the same year that Bruno Mars won the Grammy for Locked Out of Heaven, and I wrote Locked Out backwards. Okay, interesting. Fred in Niceville, across the street, John like Broken Simulation. Across the street from my parents' house in the gated community is Fred. Oh, this is just telling me about. Well, and then you look at Niceville and Destin. It looks like the Tick. Have you ever seen the Tick? The dumb superhero that's like really strong. Okay, yeah, and then like Oka loser, baby, why don't you kill me? Like my back. You know, okay, and then everything in Pleasantville, Niceville is like trees. All the streets are trees. All right, so yeah, there's a military presence here. Okay, you're addicted to me. All right, so this is it. I was sitting on the back porch for 5 years talking to birds and dogs, and one night I was sleeping in my bed, and a bird came to me and said, wake up and cook a cheeseburger. And so what I did, as I woke up, I cooked a cheeseburger, and while I cooked the cheeseburger, I wrote down this song that I hadn't seen for a while, but when I got out of the hospital a couple days, or like a week ago, it was with my stuff, so it's pretty good. I haven't looked over this to memorize the actual lyrics, but I know the lyrics as I remember them, because like there's more to it, but on this, but this is how it goes. It's you're addicted to me, you're addicted to me, you're addicted to my beer, weed, and cigarettes. The only thing, man, oh man, oh man, oh man, is kind of being me. You're addicted. You can be addicted to beef. You can be addicted to cheese. You can be addicted to good old-fashioned home cooking. But the only thing is, man, oh man, oh man, oh man, is you're kind of being a dick. And this bird told me that, and I called him Bob Dylan. I was like, wow, that's an awesome song, Bob Dylan, because I was just joking around with the birds. I always talk to birds because they talk. And he's like, I didn't write it. I was like, oh, well, then who wrote it? He's like, Huey. Well, I talked to Huey, and he said, yeah, Huey was embarrassed. Well, anyways, he wanted me to sing it, so Huey taught me the song. And then that's the song, and I cooked cheeseburgers. The birds also woke me up in the morning and just go, beer, 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 beer. I'm like, well, let's join the party, and I drank a lot. So anyways, where are we at? So that's an actual bird song, and there's more to it, and there's two other bird songs. International Thespian Society. When I was, between my junior and senior year, I went to the International Thespian Society International Convention in Lincoln, Nebraska. Yeah, I was from Lincoln, Nebraska, but I got to sing on the main stage in front of all the people in the whole world that were in the International Thespian Society and attending the International Thespian Society's International Convention. I sang Beauty and the Beast song. It's not in the cartoon, it's in the musical. It's like, if I can't love her, let the world be out with me. It's something gay. I hate theater. Okay, I just want you to look at this right here. So, see how that's an M? That's an A. And that's a D or G, and then another A. So that's interesting. I had a bunch of dreams leading up. You're not supposed to do that over that shit you get at Family Dollar. I'll leave it at that. But I did have dreams of, but okay, the dream was like there were these people. This is like before when we first moved here, like 5 years ago. There was these people that like were trying that they stormed the internet took over everything. So these guys went in and put a mirror in front of the camera's eye so the computer would see what it's actually doing. So these revolutionaries are like, fuck, we're gonna put a mirror in front of this camera that this supercomputer is fucking us all with, and then we're gonna get the computer to see what the fuck it's doing to all of us because we fucking hate the computer. And then that was it. I went to a restaurant or something, and I was like, all right, I'll ask if I can get a job. And then I sat there, I'll get something to eat as well, but they never served me. So then my dad comes along, and then we sit down, and then they serve us. And, first all right, then we go around the back, and there's these World War II military veterans in you know how you dry clothes? They were like actual in their old men, World War II military that those old jackets, and they're in Ziplocs. They were in Ziplocs, like they're gonna airtight them, and they're putting them on a truck. So these World War II guys are getting Ziplocked in their World War II clothes, and then I was like, "What are you doing?" And then this is a chainsaw lightsaber wielding Mexicans with a dirty grimace on his face, like, stand back. So me and my dad go back. Well, oh shit, we're not gonna mess with the chainsaw lightsaber wielding Mexican. So me and my dad, we go back to the restaurant, and then they serve us, and I was like, well, I am kind of in need of a job. And they're like, well, if you're ready to work, come in the morning, and you can work. And so whatever. So that's that story too. We're a car owner virus, Adam Michael Carr. Cool videos in 2019. That's when I released all my videos so I can actually get paid. Cool vid 19. Cool videos, man. That's a lot of videos by Adam Michael Carr, owner virus. All right. So her name's, she's 11, right? She's 11. But they call her L. So 11 is K in the alphabet. 12 is L. So they're calling her L, which is 12, but she's really 11. Okay, so 11/12, like November 12th, is the 316th day of the year. You see that? So she's called 11, but they call her 12. So that's the 316th day of the year, 11/12. The reason why I know that is because I was born on 11/11. Okay, check this out. All right, well, okay, this is the last. This one I saved for last because it's fucking awesome. All right, in Evansville, Indiana, when we moved to Evansville, Indiana, I was still doing tussing, and we get in a fight, and I moved to Sioux City, Iowa. Now, me and Tony, I get to take a Greyhound bus with all my shit, and I'm there. I get an apartment. I was walking all around with a duffel bag, and just going to the place where I pay for the apartment, and I had to walk to the apartment and shit, and I was carrying this duffel bag around. Anyways, and then I order furniture to be delivered, and I'm on disability, so I don't have any money to really do this. Anyway, so Tony comes over, and he's dead now. Him and his buddies started a fire in an abandoned house, and abandoned building, and they got paralyzed, so they got burnt to death. Well, anyway, before that happened, Tony and I did some tussing in that apartment. And then I go to the mental health center, and it turns out the day that me and Tony vomited on the carpet, and I just moved the table on top of the vomit. Well, anyways, I checked the news, and there was an earthquake in Evansville, Indiana. That's where me and my parents got in a fight, and I moved to Sioux City, Iowa. And then Tony and I did some more tussling. And then there's an earthquake in Evansville, Indiana. Oh, okay. All right, well, that house is no longer there. So you type in the address. I don't remember what it is. It's actually a garden. It's called St. Thomas's Garden. Okay, second earthquake. I get out of I get out of the hospital, and I go over to evil Nick, Satan Nick. I hate Nick, he's a fucking piece of shit. Anyway, so I do the Coruscant again, Eden. And I hadn't done it, and then there's another earthquake in the middle of Indiana. Oh, okay. So I finally get my apartment. Now we're on the third earthquake. So I finally get my apartment, and I'm doing my apartment thing, and so one day I'm like, okay, let's build a gravity bomb. So I go to the convenience store, and I get a bottle of red Celeste fruit punch, and I pay for it. And as I'm leaving, I tell the cashier, I'm like, gravity bomb. And so I go to my apartment, and I build a gravity bomb. Well, what happens the next day? Fukushima. All right, that's it, everybody. That's all I got. Actually, there's a lot more, but what the fuck is going on? I have no idea, because no one talks to me.
I am so mad and upset at myself for... We ever gonna go bowling?
Don't bowling, so don't do that. Like autism.